My name is Kelsey Fitch, and I am a singer-songwriter from Shelburne, Saskatchewan. Music has been a part of my life ever since I was basically 5 years old. My mom comes from a very musical family. She taught piano lessons, and she actually directed our church choir. So music was just something that was always there and a part of my family. I basically started singing, as soon as I learned to properly speak. Songwriting was something that came a little bit later in life for me. I was about 15 years old when I started songwriting more, and that was when I started getting more professionally into a music career. I had taken voice lessons, and I had started entering singing competitions, and I started winning these competitions where I was given amazing opportunities to meet professionals within the music industry and help further my career. So when I was about 15 years old, one of the competitions that I won, part of the prize package was I got to record my very first song that I had written. So that was something that was such an amazing experience. Hearing my song on the radio for the first time, that's when I kind of made a decision that this was something that I wanted to do, and I was very passionate about it. And the songwriting part of it just kind of spiraled from there. So I graduated from high school, and the first thing I did was go down to Nashville on a songwriting trip to meet more people who could help further excel my craft. And that was the first time I learned to co-write. Before, I had been writing stories that were kind of made up. I couldn't relate to the songs on many levels. I was just writing to tell stories, which isn't a bad thing, but that's kind of as far as it went. And when I started co-writing with people, I learned to open up more and talk about my own experiences and learn to connect the songs on a deeper level. And that's when the songs started to become therapeutic for myself. So I spent years and years kind of learning, and I did start to songwrite more on my own. Not that I was against co-writes, it's just I found it easier to get my emotions out in a song when it was just me, as opposed to writing with a co-writer. So in 2014, I had met Bart McKay from Bart McKay Productions, and he's an award-winning producer and such an amazing person with such a kind heart that I knew I wanted to work with him immediately, because in the music industry, finding someone that you can trust that much is very rare. And I played my songs for Bart, and he loved them. He said to me, we've been listening to lots of pitch songs from other songwriters, but your stuff is awesome. So why aren't we going to promote yourself not only as an artist, but as a songwriter as well? So he gave me the confidence I needed to go forward with a project of 6 songs that I had written myself. And with that, my debut album was finished. I had released at a time where it was very difficult for women in the industry to get radio play and get signed with labels. People just weren't wanting to hear females on Canadian country radio. So I kind of hit a wall, but I decided to release my album anyway. And you know what? Considering that I was an independent artist, the songs did so well. And in the fall of 2015, one of the songs in the album, which was the most important to me, was Lights of a Combine. This song was written for my grandparents, and it was about their love story and how they built the farm up together, basically from nothing. So I had reached out to Liam Richards from Electric Umbrella and gave him my thoughts on what I would like this music video to portray and how I wanted it to help tell the story of the song. And the video came to life, and it was exactly what I wanted it to be. Fast forward to 2016, the album was nominated for Album of the Year, and Lights of a Combine actually took home Song of the Year and Video of the Year at the Saskatchewan Country Music Awards. So that was very, very cool to be recognized by peers in the music industry. But all awards aside, what really meant the most to me was hearing how this song related to so many other people and how they felt like it was written for them. The video was shared all over the world. It got radio airplay all across Canada, the States, Europe, Australia, and I think the video has over 74,000 views on YouTube. So that's also when I realized, you know what, songwriting is my passion. I love performing on stage, but songwriting, there's something about finding a way to connect with people on a deeper level that really just spoke to me. So after things kind of wind down from the success of my music video, my husband and I gave birth to our first child, our son Maddox, and it allowed me to take a much needed break from my music career after I'd basically spent the last 10 years working my butt off. In that time, it allowed me to reflect who I am as an artist, what I would want my next project to sound like, and I started songwriting not only for future projects, but other artists as well. The only problem is people kept asking me, and they still keep asking me, when are you going back in the studio? And what people don't realize is that it takes a lot of time. My last project was 10 years in the making, and I want to find the right songs. I want to find the right sound. I got to get my finances in order. It's not something that just happens overnight. But I still want to find a way to connect with my fans and let them know what I'm doing until I get a chance to get back in the recording studio. So this whole project kind of came to me one night, and I talked with Liam Richards, again from Electric Umbrella, and we came up with the idea to do a video series where I'm going to release a few songs for you guys over the next few weeks, performing some new songs that I have written, and tell the stories behind them. So give you guys kind of a sneak peek into new music from me. So I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned, because there's going to be lots of stuff coming in the next few weeks.